Part 1.
Please, we're low on fuel and supply.
Come on. The High Council has announced several challenges to the Empire, worthy of a warrior such as yourself. Would you like to review them?
This is Station Control. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. Your docking clearance has been authored. Also, Captain Nog is waiting to meet with you on the promenade at your earliest convenience. Enjoy your stay here at the station.
Hello. Nice to be working with you again. I've been assigned to assist you here on the station. The leaders of the 4 major delegations have asked to meet with you prior to the summit meeting. Their offices are located here on the promenade. Admiral Quinn's office is behind those doors.
The results of this summit could have long-lasting effects. A number of our allies, especially the Klingons, consider the Hur'q to be a Dominion problem. The Federation sees this as a chance to improve relations with the Dominion. Having allies in the Gamma Quadrant instead of enemies would be a great step toward galactic peace.
Ambassador Odo is here, coordinating security efforts.
I'll be blunt. The Hur'q have decimated most of the Dominion. All but one fleet, gone. It's all the Jem'Hadar can do to keep our remaining worlds from being laid waste. There is no diplomacy with the Hur'q. We don't know why they're attacking. We're not even sure where they're coming from. I'm sure there are those in the Republic who would be content to let the Hur'q destroy us. But where do you think they'll turn once they're finished?
Chancellor Jempok has an office here.
This summit may not end well. Most of the High Council sees the Hur'q as a Dominion problem. They are content to let them fight to the end and deal with any survivors. But there are others, such as Martok, who see that position as dishonorable. If they want to fight the war of their ancestors, so be it. But they will be doing so without the Empire. The same could be said for your Republic, should they choose to aid the Dominion.
When did he get redesigned?
Here is Proconsul Deton's office.
This summit may be difficult. While the Federation may see a path toward peace, I suspect the Klingons will feel the opposite. There is no love lost between them and the Dominion, or the Hur'q for that matter. The Republic position is one of pragmatism. A weakened Dominion will be easier to deal with, and the Hur'q are a threat no one can ignore.
There are several Alpha Quadrant leaders here for the summit. Kai Kira of Bajor, Counselor Garrick of Cardassia, and my father, Ferengi Grand Nagus Rom. I recommend meeting with them as well. Their worlds will be on the front line if the Hur'q launch a full invasion into this quadrant.
You once knew me as Rodan, son of Nagra. Now I know the truth of things. That was a name given to me to prevent a great dishonor. With Martok's aid, my name, my face, all have been restored. Our recent deeds and service to the Empire have led Jempok to restore the honor of my house. The Sons of Moog once again stand proud and without shame. For your part in that, I thank you. It has been a...
Something on your mind? I'm not fond of being gaped at like a dumbstruck targ. I have many names. At the moment, I am Commander Adetpa, First Officer of the Corps. In another life, I was Agent Kib of Klingon Intelligence. More recently, I was known as the Witch of Nimbus 3. I'm rather fond of that last one. It
looks like Counselor Garrick is in his old tailor shop. Huh.
Hello there. I take it you're not here to update your ensemble. Though if you'd like a few suggestions, I'd be happy to provide some. In the meantime, let's talk about serious business, shall we? I'm sure you'd like to know Cardassia's position on the Hur'q problem. It's simple, really. They're a menace, and one we should deal with swiftly. Surprised? Don't be. Cardassia was recently attacked by the Hur'q. we'd have fared poorly without help from our neighbors. Even the Lucari and the Ferengi offered a hand. I trust this lesson isn't lost on you. If we stand alone, we're doomed. Once upon a time, when I was but a tailor. That was before plain, simple Garrick became a member of the Detapa Council, of course. Before the Reconstruction and the Iconian War and the Hur'q. While I'm proud of the work I've done for Cardassia over the years, there's a part of me that yearns to be here once more. To be just a tailor, just Garrick. Will there be anything else?
My father is in my uncle's bar. Hard to believe he used to work there, huh?
I was wondering when you'd come along. I'm guessing you're here to talk about the Hur'q and what we want to do about them. It's no secret that the Ferengi aren't a military powerhouse like the Klingons. Most of the time, we'd be happy to make a tiny profit from all of this, and as far away from it as possible. That changed when the Hur'q attacked Ferenginar.
Oh no.
We would have been wiped out without help. And we didn't get it from Starfleet or the Klingons. We got it from the Lucari and the Cardassians. Even a few not cool ships showed up to fight. That showed us that this is everyone's fight, big or small. So we're in. And if the 34th rule of acquisition comes into play, it wasn't easy, believe me. I'd managed to get the Board of Liquidators with us for now. Most of them see the potential for incredible profit. Alliance defense contracts can be very lucrative. The rest, well, let's just say their self-preservation instincts are strong. They'd rather fight with the Alliance than stand alone. The Hur'q have me thinking about adding a new rule of acquisition. If they can't be bought, get ready to fight! Did you have another question? It wasn't easy, believe me. I'd managed to... Did you...
What a weird character.
I believe the Kai is here, in the Bajoran Temple.
Hello there. I suppose Detan sent you down to see where Bajor stands. I can tell you we're worried. The Hur'q were a few ships away from ravaging our homeworld, and if the Dominion falls, they'll be back, and we'll be the first to face them, so Bajor stands ready. We'll do what we can to stop the Hur'q, even if that means joining forces with the Dominion. There's something else I should mention. I've experienced visions recently, a sign from the prophets. I see a place I've been before, a world beyond the grip of death. It's the home of a former Kai, and it's in the Dominion. I should also mention that I've seen you in this vision as well. I believe we're going to take a journey together soon. As Kai, I'm obligated to serve the will of the prophets. Doing so leads me to many places, not just Bajor. That can be difficult, especially in times of war. There's been a lot of that in the last few years. First the Dominion, then the Klingons, the Iconians, and now the Hur'q. There are times when I wonder how Ben Sisko managed during the Dominion War, and he was the emissary. I've tried to follow his example whenever possible, but it's been a challenge. Something else on your mind?
The Alliance has asked a number of special consultants to attend the summit. I know each of them well, and I can vouch for their knowledge and skill. Even my Uncle Quark. Despite his reputation, his knowledge of the Gamma Quadrant is valuable. Just don't mention Latinum in the discussion, or the value of his information could rise considerably.
Ah, you must be Proconsul de Tan's attaché. The situation is compounded by the presence of... I mustered out something on your mind.
No.
Hello. Oh, it's been a while. My husband. Look. Yeah. Was there something out?
Don't suppose you're here for a drink? Hollow sweet? Double? Can't blame me for trying to find profit while I can. My fool of a brother, the Nagus, seems hell-bent on getting the Ferengi into this mess. Not a lot of profit in fighting the Hur'q, 34th rule or not. You can't spend your money when you're dead. If you ask me, we'd be better off sealing that wormhole and saying goodbye to the Hur'q and the Dominion forever. I'd miss the Tulaberry wine, but I'd get over it. But seeing how that'll never happen, especially as long as Kira's still breathing, I suppose I'll have to dig in like everyone else. You know what the worst part of this mess is? Odo. He's back like a kind of ghost haunting me. I must be cursed. I do. And I'd be there, enjoying myself. If it weren't for the Grand Nagus. Brother or not, I wanted nothing to do with this until he put Lukari terraforming tech on the table. Couldn't pass that up. It'll cut biosphere renovation costs on my moon by 70%. Even with Odo here, and a billion Hur'q trying to demolish everything in sight, there's profit. Can I get you something?
There's a number of refugee groups here on the promenade.
It must be a surprise seeing Kremens here on a Federation station. Let that sink in for a minute. It's so bad in the Dominion that its citizens are looking for safe haven with their former enemies. We were the luck.
We're lucky to be alive, friend. There was little warning before the Hur'q attacked our homeworld. We sent a call to the Founders, but no Jem'Hadar ships came. Our local defense force didn't last long. A few of us managed to get away on ships before the Hur'q closed in. Word of the Bajorans and their faith reached us after the war ended. There's stories about one of their spiritual leaders. She came to the worst of us, on our prison moon, to bring the wisdom of the prophets. So, when the Hur'q came, we decided to come here, through the Celestial Temple, to seek deliverance. If the Founders won't listen to us, perhaps...
The summit will begin soon. Transmit your report to me for review. The Federation and Klingon positions are not surprising, but the Ferengi and Cardassian positions certainly are. Both species have a notorious reputation for self-preservation, after all. Fascinating. I empathize with the Gamma refugees, but the logistics of offering them assistance will be challenging. We'll need to work with Starfleet and the Bajorans to reach a satisfactory outcome. Report to me in the conference room when you arrive.
Nice to see some fighter. Most of the...
Everyone is here and no one started shooting. Not even the Klingons. This could go better than I expected. Take a moment to relax. Speak with the others. Things will be serious soon enough.
I'm glad you're here. I've been feeling conflicted lately. All the worlds we saved from the Zenkethi were also home to thousands of dormant Hur'q. By saving those planets, we also saved a great number of enemies. Those very enemies have since attacked a number of worlds, including my own. You're right, of course. If only there'd been another way to resolve things. If the Zenkethi would have listened to reason. I suppose we should place our hope in working together to stop the Hur'q. I can't help but think there's a path to peaceful resolution in all of this. There's got to be some way to end this madness before more lives are lost.
Hello again. I believe...
Drolan True. I am Wayun 10. I'm glad we had this moment to talk before the summit begins. If I may be so bold, I hope that you conveyed a need for cooperation with the Dominion to your superiors. The support of the Republic would be greatly appreciated by the Founders, I'm sure.
Even a Romulan can see the need to fight the Hur'q, but that lesson seems to have been lost on Jempak. He's not willing to face the truth. There are Klingons who fear the Hur'q, hiding behind politics and rules. Grethar waits for their worthless souls. Know this. There are still Klingons who know where their blades belong.
If I can have everyone's attention, thank you. Let's begin the summit. We have a lot to discuss.
Go to the damaged pylon section and
thank you
secure
all
it
for coming.
Before the Hur'q trigger an
By
explosion
now,
that
you
could
should
wreck
be
the
aware of
station.
our tactical situation. The Dominion, as you know it, is on the verge of collapse. We've withdrawn to our core systems, and the lines are holding, for now. Without your help, the Hur'q will win the war of attrition.
What about your outer systems? We're receiving refugees here, from those areas.
We have one fleet left, Admiral. That's hardly enough to defend the entire Dominion.
I'm failing to see how this concerns the Empire.
The recent battle here is a sample of what the Hur'q can do.
If you think they'll stop at the wormhole, you're sadly mistaken.
Need I remind you that the Dominion came to your aid in the Iconian War? I seem to recall Klingons placing high value on debts of honor. Or has that changed?
Mind your tongue, changeling! I will not be insulted!
Admiral Quinn to Ops. What's happening?
We're under attack, Admiral. It's the Hur'q. Reading Hur'q boarding parties. Multiple decks. They've concentrated in the damaged pylon. Ore processing area.
Oh. I think it's silly. The Dominion only got one fleet left. That's silly. 2,500 ships disappeared, yeah.
bad news. The hangar security shield is on the verge of collapse. If it drops, you'll get pulled out into space, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. You need to stabilize the power relays and recalibrate the shields. There are consoles near your position you can use to do this. Nice work, but it's not over yet. The Hur'q have moved into the ore processing area above your position. There's a lot of unstable uridium ore in there. If they damage it, it could ignite and set off a chain reaction that could destroy the pylon. You'll need to make your way up there to secure the area and restart the safety systems there. Looks like the access system in this section was reset. You'll need to rotate the central column and extend the bridges in order to reach the next section. Okay, you're almost in the clear. The safety systems for the area are currently offline. You'll need to restore power to that section and reinitialize the safety systems to get everything back online. All right, the safety systems are reinitializing. They should be up and running in a few minutes. Nice work. Hold on. I'm picking up multiple Hur'q life signs in your area. They're converging on your position. I need you to defend that section from the Hur'q until the system comes online again. If they get in before that happens, they could knock it offline again, or worse.
The Hur'q are attacking the station and several civilian vessels in the system. I've sent ships to assist them, but I'm concerned our forces are spread too thin. I'd like you to work with those ships to protect the civilians while the rest of us defend the station.
Starfleet vessels,
First,
this is
Yukon
Quinn.
Rex will
Protect
accompany you
civilian
as a
targets.
combat escort.
Nice work. But I'm afraid there's bad news. We're picking up Hur'q vessels and they're heading our way. The station's weapon systems are offline. We need a few minutes to get them up and running. Until then, we're a sitting duck over here. I've asked every ship in the sector to regroup and prepare for battle. Let's hope it's enough.
Honor your ancestors. Fight now and destroy the Hur'q.
Concentrate fire on their capital ships.
Chief, I need those systems online!
Don't let the frigate swarms get behind you.
Just a few more seconds. Target the Hur'q and open fire!
That was the last of them. We're not picking up any Hur'q ships on long-range sensors. For now, at least. I think it's clear that the Dominion is prepared to work with you to stop the enemy. I hope the Republic is ready to do the same. In the meantime, our fleet will do what it can to keep the Hur'q on our side of the wormhole. Tell Detan not to wait too long to make a decision. The Republic won't be out of the Hur'q's reach for long.
The Hur'q threat is real, and we can't afford to let it expand to getting involved, but letting the Hur'q destroy the Gamma Quadrant is not a logical option. We must stand with the Dominion. In the meantime, I have received a curious request from Kai Kira of Bajor. She is leading a mission to the Ennis system, and she has asked for your assistance. Provide it. I'm interested in seeing where this leads.
Congratulations, Admiral.